What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim bedded up. Busting on the front of this Cutlass 442. Bedded up, bedded up. So, got these lifted spindles, BS. Got these upper control arms, BS. Got them damn lift cups down in there, BS. So, normally when I take this shit apart, I know I'm getting right into this. I'll take my stand, my red stands, see the red stand right there, boom. I'll put it underneath the control arm, and then I'll be able to take this off. All right, the ball joint separated. Normally knock it with the hammer, boom, it pops out. But the cars have a little bit of pressure, it makes the car come up off the lift, just a little bit. But because this has got so much pressure with that cup, I ain't playing games with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, we are in an era now where lift cups are straight bullshit. These upper control arms, these are straight bullshit. These were made and they have the same exact geometry and location, ball joint, upper control arm area. All they did was make them a little bit longer, but that causes you, when you put these on, these universal bullshit, that you gotta shim the shit out of the back of here to bring it in. Then it makes the plate hit the frame, the ball joint plate. This shit's just made wrong, completely wrong. It's been wrong since day one. People need to stop spending their money on that BS. So, lifted spindles. Lifted spindles, I could see, like if you still want to ride kind of high, like 8s on a G body, the lifted spindle is taller from here to the bottom ball joint location, but it brings the wheel. See, normal ball joint location, normal shaft would be up here some. So it's like a 3.5, maybe 4 lifted spindle. But it brings your front wheel out an inch. But when you're going higher, you do want to go out some, whatever. But in this case, it didn't need this. The spindles are okay. They did drill and tab them for the wheel with brakes. And I think they machined the bag of the caliper a little bit, because see that? It's got a fresh machine mark to make it fit on here perfect. So these plates are still getting transferred to the old spindles. So that's the right bolt for the old spindle, but this one is not. So now I think I'm gonna have to grab a set of these, which I have another kit here that I can borrow from to get the car done and out of here. Boom. So it's kind of a negative. All right, so you're probably wondering why the heat marks. Well, that's what those are, is heat marks. I took my propane torch, the yellow one, because the yellow one's the hot. It's a lot hotter than the blues or the reds. So I heated the spring because I want to take it out without any pressure. As you can see, the ball joint, just by loosening it, is already coming off. So if I'd have left all that pressure in there and twisted this, when it popped apart, it could take some fingers off, it could fuck your hand up. I ain't got time to lose these. These are my money makers. So for any of you guys out there, you want to take this apart because of the spring cup and all the pressure, you heat the spring. So if you heat right here where this heat ring is, it's going to collapse the opposite side on the other side, and then you heat here, vice versa. Heat here, it's going to, you know, collapse directly from the heat mark. So you could actually bring, like, let's say you got a car that sits a little too high in the front and you want to bring it down some. You could heat the spring to bring it down some, you know. But anyways, point is, spring cups, get the fuck out of here. Bullshit. These upper control arms, junk. QA1 is the leader in tubular upper and lower control arms for the front of any car. They have better geometry. They already need to spindle back some, the ball joint locations, shit like that. Number one set of control arms out there is QA1. So, information for everybody. 442, boom. I'm trying to get this front end apart. So now I got the spring loose enough to where I can pop it apart, and I'm not gonna have to worry about it taking my fingers off or jacking me up. So, Bankroll Tim, bedded up. I'm busting on this. One more thing, I gotta do this frame notch, but as you can see, look at the frame. Why is it bent out like this? This is from tow truck guys. Tow truck guys take their hook and put it in the frame, and I'm not saying it's a bad spot. It's a good spot, but they over tighten cars. When they over tighten it, they bend the shit out of the frames. So, here we go again. Look right here. That's bent. That's from a tow hook, from a tow truck. When you guys have a tow truck pick up your cars and shit like that, and you're there, you just make sure to be like, hey man, don't over tighten it. I know some of them probably be like, I know what I'm doing. Just be like, hey, It's my pride and joy. Got a lot of money in it. Please don't over tighten it. I don't want my frame bent or nothing. You know, they just gotta snug it. The car's in park, so you snug it down and you watch the car when you're traveling. But anyways, all right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, trying to get these fitted on here at a nice height. I have to do the frame notch, so I gotta trim the plastic, all that, you guys know. But I'll film that. They had put this tab on here real nice on the brake line, so I gotta cut this tab off the back, which I think they only got a couple tacks on there, but I'll work at it. I'll get it off, and then I'll tag it back on because my notches, you know, go up into here. So I'll put this tab like right back over here. But all right, y'all, Bankroll Tim, that it up. Oh yeah. The back of the car is 100%, all adjusted, all tightened up. Excuse me, it's not 100% because the other two lugs ain't on there. But yeah, it's all set up. Anti-roll, boom, everything's tightened, everything's adjusted. The shocks are set. Anti-roll, yeah, boom. Upper, lower, double adjustable control arm. All that shit's jammed. Boom. I did the trim on the top right there, as you can see. It's a little rough right here with the paint. I took the soft wheel to it, but I mean, it's not that sharp. Excuse me. Same thing to this side. Boom. I had to center the rear end because the rear end was a little bit to the passenger side. But that's all centered. Got the same gap. Both sides right there. It sits down good to where when he, like I said, the trunk is empty, he'll be able to put some sounds in it and it'll sit right where he wants it to sit. So there it is. Back rim is 24 by 10, 11 inches overall. Again, I'm tucking a little bit, which it will tuck more. No tub work except for that little finesse in the back and a little finesse in the front. I didn't beat the shit out of it and put big ass dents in it. I finessed it. But quarter rail notch, boom. A 7-inch lip would go on here just by narrowing the rear end and reclocking the rotors, because you can make the difference up because the rim from outside to inside still sits in the same spot, just the center goes in. So a lot of you guys out there really don't need a tub in the back with a 24 if you have a shop that knows what the hell they're doing. And if you use a billet wheel, billet wheels are, you know, you can get them 24 by 9, which will make it 10 overall. So then it'll definitely clear, and then you'd still need a narrow maybe if you go, you know, fatter lip. But a basic offset should fit on there and clear way more. And you could possibly get away without doing the back little quarter rail notch. So just a little more info for y'all. All right, appreciate it. Yapping. But Bankroll Tim, 442 24's information on G-bodies, and I'm out. Appreciate y'all.